Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Wednesday evening and it's been a busy day for me. I have been out and about, worked till just after 12:30. Then I went to visit my mother in the care home, which was a very nice visit. She was a happy bunny today, which is good. Then down to my old job and my friend who works next door to my old job, did some visiting. So yeah, it's been a busy day. But what I wanted to talk to you about tonight is I think I'm a tad out of touch. So when I was sitting at work, we have the radio on. It's a local station, so it's got adverts on it, and it's one of many local stations and specialist stations, etc. And there was an advert on it for a petrol station come shop, and it's an advert about look at you've made the perfect choice out of so many choices. And it was about like a lunch choice. And they're like, oh, you've got this sandwich, you've got this dessert snack thing, I think it was ice cream or something, and you've got this iced latte drink, you've done so well, you've got a fabulous deal, and it was only £6. I'm sorry, what? Now, obviously this has been playing for a while in the background, but this is the first time today that I actually heard it properly. Now, I was bad enough when I was in Tesco a couple of weeks ago. I think I told you that they have their £3.60 meal deal, which is your cheap sandwiches, and then they have your posh sandwiches, which are like on paninis or sourdough bread, or you can get sushi and stuff, and that's like £5.50. And I was like, I'm sorry, £6 for lunch. That's what I was like, oh my goodness. And I was completely shocked and shooketh because, I mean, I can feed Kathleen and I probably 4 meals for £6. So, and weirdly enough, I was actually going to be doing some cooking just now, but I've now decided it's way too late. I can't be bothered. But I had thought that I would do fried rice for lunch tomorrow and the next day. But I still have some like pre-cooked stuff in the freezer, so I'm just going to take one of them out. But my thought was I'll do fried rice, and I was like, right, I've got some remains of mushrooms that I chopped up and threw in the freezer. I've got some diced onion in the freezer. I've got some peppers that I chopped up the remains of in the freezer. So I'm just going to throw all that, boil up some rice, add some frozen peas, throw all these remains in, and I'll take one of the little pots of chicken I've got and stir it through tomorrow when I'm reheating it. Now, I mean, you'd be lucky if that costs me £1 per portion. And they're paying £6. Now, even if I had done the rice and done flapjack and some tea or coffee, it still wouldn't even be £2. And people are paying £6. For takeaways, for pre-made takeaways. I'm absolutely astonished, can you tell? I was like speaking to my colleague going, did you hear that? And she's like, no, what? Did you hear how much that lunch snack is that they're trumpeting how fabulous it is? And it's only £6. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, I know. So there's obviously something somewhere. There's a disconnect between me and the greater world outside, I think. Because I would never have dreamed that a garage lunch would be £6. All your pre-made stuff. So I just thought I'd come and tell you and go, oh my goodness. And it just sort of, it makes me think that because I'm making so much of our own stuff, like doing a whole lot of stuff in the triple slow cooker and then putting it in the freezer, or cooking up a big pot of something and putting it in the freezer, my budgeting brain is budgeting for that sort of pricing. And so when I hear of things like a takeaway lunch being £6, you know I'm not going to go over that till I fall over it, don't you? I mean, I'm horrified. But when I sort of hear that, and I'm like, where are they getting that from? How does it cost that much? And obviously there's logistics and, it's got to get transported and it's got to be blah, blah, blah. And it's obviously got to be in a garage where they're paying rates and rents and electricity and, employers, national insurance and all that sort of stuff. But it's still like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, who can afford this nowadays? Certainly not on a regular basis, I wouldn't have thought. But it just is. And I thought, well, that is quite a good thing that my budgeting brain is automatically now thinking as costing for homemade stuff. Because I would have no wages left within 2 weeks if I was buying that sort of stuff. I mean, we just could not afford to eat like that. Thankfully, over the last couple of years, because we've been making so much of our own stuff, we're actually beginning to not like the processed food. If you remember, I think it was last month or something, I bought reduced cupcakes in Tesco just for work. And we all had one. And I mean, we were all sitting there going, God, that icing's got such a flavour to it. Even things like the scones I bought in the bookshop at the weekend, they don't have that tangy aftertaste that a lot of the shop bought scones have because they were made like on the premises type thing. So yeah, I'm quite pleased that we have made that transition, but I find it really scary. And I'm also wondering, going, who's getting paid that much? Because I'm certainly not. So yeah, that's my thought for the day. I'm quite glad I've transitioned to homemade lunches, etc., and homemade food so much more than I was before. But in all honesty, I don't think I could afford the pre-packaged and pre-processed food. Not at those prices. So yeah, that's me. So I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. And I will catch you later.